with practice management, you're involved in management and organisation. Your PhD is management and organisation, and your rest and recovery. Obviously you've got another role currently that we haven't come to yet, but your rest and recovery is management and organisation.
Well, it's not always. The beauty of parkrun is that it's run by a team. So right. you might be run director 1 week, but then you won't do it again for another couple of months. So it's not about the running, it's about the community. It's about the getting together with your pals in the morning and then going for breakfast afterwards. So there's a feast.
And there's cake at breakfast, is there?
Definitely there is cake at breakfast, yes. And sometimes a bacon sandwich.
Okay. It's starting to look all right now.
I'm beginning to understand parkrun, I think.
There you go. Yeah, it's not about the run at all.
Yeah.
So if you want to get into parkrun, what do you do?
You can just rock up. So if you go on the website, it will show you a map of the world, because parkrun is global now. But if you just look at the map of the UK, it will show you where your nearest one is. There is bound to be at least one in your local town. There are over 700 of them in the UK now. You can register and it will give you a barcode. You can print out a barcode and that will then you take that along if you want to get an official time. And some people use that as then a target. They're like, right, next week I'm going to try and beat my time. Some people get a bit competitive about it. Some people like me, they just go along to enjoy the scenery and a chat. And then your barcode then works at any parkrun across the world. So there's a bunch of us that like to go and travel to different parkruns. There's a whole bunch of challenges around that. So there's the alphabet challenge. We have to go and visit a parkrun starting with each letter of the alphabet. So it
sequentially, not.
Well, you can. That's obviously the advanced challenge.
Because park doesn't exist, does it?
No, well, you say that. There is no X anywhere in the world, but there are a few Zs. So the nearest Z is in the Netherlands. It's Rieder Park. There are a couple in Poland that are Zs. So you have to go international to get your Z, but you can do every letter of the alphabet apart from X and Z in the UK.
So we need a Xanadu Park, don't we?
We do, very much so. If someone started a Xanadu parkrun in the UK, they would be overrun. So whoever set up the cafe there would make a fortune.
Or Xenopus. There could be a Xenopus Park in Africa.
Yes,
celebrating the life and times of the African clawed toad, Xenopus levis.
That would work. Yes, we always thought at RVC, because my office window overlooked sort of the basically the fields behind the equine building, and we thought, well, if that's the X-ray building, we could set up like X-ray parkrun in the field behind the diagnostic imaging building. There are a few on university campuses and schools and that kind of stuff, so it's not impossible.
Would it be cheating to run across a place that was recently a park but had been recommissioned, and you could call it an X park?
Oh, I see what you mean.
What would that?
I'm not sure that would work, because you have to take like the official parkrun name for it to count towards the challenge.
Right, okay.
So,
Julian, I've got a feeling this isn't going to be for you.
We're only
best stop now.
I'm working out how to cheat on it, so I think you're probably right.
Yeah, absolutely.
How far do you run?
5k.
Okay.
Yeah, 5k or 3.1 miles if you're old school. Yeah.
So some people will run twice around the park then, depending on the size of the park.
Exactly, it depends on how big your park is. So some routes are 1 lap. There's one in London that's actually 5 laps of a 1k park,
right.
Which I'm not sure I could do because I can't count up to 5 when I'm concentrating on other things. But some, like our home run here, we're not actually in a park, we're actually along the seafront, so we just go out and back in a straight line for 2.5k and turn around and come back again. So it very much depends on the location. There's a parkrun on the Severn Bridge where you start in Wales, you run across to England and come back again. So there's all sorts of sort of quirky routes that you can go and visit just for fun.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a park.
No, it doesn't have to be a park at all. No, the one at Brooklands is on the old racing circuit, so it's really squiggly because you go around the kart track. There's bridges, parks, seafronts. There's a custodial parkrun movement that set up parkruns in prisons. and young offender institutions. So
they have to run with a file in their hand?
No, funnily enough, but they're not allowed to use a phone or a GPS watch. But the idea is that it's a familiar thing because it's a global thing. You can start doing parkrun while you're still serving your time, and then when you go out, you can take your barcode into something that's familiar on a Saturday morning because the setup is exactly the same. So it's providing that link between the sort of incarcerated population and then a rehabilitation as you go out.